At half-time, beneath the picturesque hills of Paarl Gimnasium lead Outeniqua 26 points to 0. It has been a half all dominated by the home team, and it began in the second minute as Mattia burst through, and then look at the hands working it out to the winger Jacobs. Lovely by Janssen, absolute bullet pass, and the strength of Jacobs.
Well, this was the second one. The more was set. All 8 got moving, and that yellow, green and red juggernaut went forward, and it was the recipient in Van Eden Hanekom who got the score over the whitewash.
And there were some disciplinary problems for Outeniqua. They conceded a lot of penalties, and eventually Nathan Barry had enough, gave a yellow card and awarded a penalty try.
Then the fourth try, some neat interpassing by Preben Verleerden. Look at the work done between backs and forwards. Jean Wilson has been prominent as the half grew stronger, and Tian Swanepoel showed some neat footwork to get over the whitewash for Khamisa's fourth try of the afternoon to take them into a 26-0 lead. Well, the halftime stats, the handling errors you'd expect from Paarl Gim because they've had all the possession, but look at the tackles made. Tackles missed, 58 to the 25, 12 missed tackles, and lineouts that they've given away 13 times that Outeniqua have kicked the ball into touch and have had to defend a maul or otherwise. Visits to the opponent's 22, well, look at that, 10 to the solitary effort by Outeniqua. Territory and possession heavily in favor of the home side, as they are most certainly dominating this inter-schools fixture between their neighbours down the road in the Southern Cape, Outeniqua, and themselves.
One wonders what Aubrey Mini would have told his team at half-time. A big effort needed from the travelling side. As some ear protection is applied, and of course aesthetics important. The green strip in the middle just had to be made in a symmetrical line. And Nathan Berry begins the second half. The kick coming in from Darren Fortain, taken by Siebert. He's from Preska, and together with his brother Andre on the bench, they call them the Preska brothers. Now Wilson, he's been very impressive. Detroit lets a pass out, it bounces well, fortuitously, and immediately Gim are back on the scoreboard. Tian Swanepoel gets the brace.
Oh, what a start from Paarl Gim. Spinning it through the hands. Wilson again, he's been their talisman in busting through this porous Outeniqua defense. From the restart, out the back door. Good pass from Mattia. Look at the work done by Wilson. He decided to hang on to it, put the foot down, found the pass, and then Detroit ran a good line. Flung it inside. The bounce was fortuitous to Swanepoel. And then under the bar for Khami's fifth try of the afternoon. Take a bow. Wilson, he's really stuck his hand up as the number 8, as the extras are added by the inside centre, Jansen, and Khamis are off to their perfect start. Wilson finding the man in a better position, just too many numbers. Cross-cover defence from Van Haesien wasn't in time. The bounce was rather lucky for Paarl Gim, and they're in for try number 5.
Fortain sends it high, and well taken by Etzebeth.
Well, unfortunately for Etzebeth, he just took his eye off the ball and he's knocked it on. Well, the Paarl Gim coaching staff will be delighted with the way they've gone. They've really spun the ball east and west, and this Outeniqua side have found themselves wanting defensively on more than one occasion.
Sit. Steady, steady.
A lot of enthusiasm at the scrum.
Still okay. Daar's die merk, kom ons gaan. Eerste stability voor die bal kom, staan stil en dan gaan die bal en dan stoot ons, dan begin die contest.
And Outeniqua desperate to get onto the scoreboard.
Side crouch. Bind. Sit. Steady. Side.
Now worked out, Robertson fields it, Mini. Pirouette presents it back. Oh, yeah, Fortain has to come in. Worked out, sent to the forwards. How's that defense? Backwards motion for Ferreira. Still Outeniqua at possession. Well, I say that and the knock comes on.
Well, as porous as the Outeniqua defense has been, some stellar hits coming in from Paarl Gim, just thumping both locks in the process. They've won themselves a turnover, and you'd expect them to exploit this blind side. They've split their backline 3-3.
Side crouch.
It'll be Bobby Alexander who will feed the scrum.
Steady. Hy laaste voete gaan terug.
Alexander, Mathieu, Jansen, de Toy. Big hits on him.
Backline offside. Backline offside.
Our referee Nathan Berry penalising Outeniqua for their backline being offside. Discipline has been a key issue for the men from George, and Jansen, well, you can bet your bottom dollar he'll try to stick this as close as he can to the 22-metre line of Outeniqua. Well, because of the ill discipline, Outeniqua, look at that, they've given away 14 lineouts, of which I'd say at least 10 of them have been from penalties. And they just have to defend time after time when they do that.
Quickly now, moved out. The ball runs away from everyone and eventually goes to Sibu. Played Grant Como last year. His brother is a matric and he's a grade 11.
Well, Outeniqua have won themselves a penalty, and it'll be left up to Fortain now to try get his side into the half of Paarl Gim. He's put in a neat touch finder down this far side, but some good work at the breakdown by Outeniqua. Leon Falschenk was the man who was credited for that turnover.
So a short line out and some big young men waiting in the Outeniqua back line. They'll have to get it first, and they do. Now worked out. Mini, Robinson, Scabot, Fortain. Brilliant pace. None of the big men used on that short line out. Van Hastings is the head boy of Outeniqua, first team cricket captain and top academic. And
7 offside. 7.
well, good momentum.
Far better play from Outeniqua. Good strong line picked by the outside centre Fortain. Got them into this position. They need more of this as they'll look to set the line-out drive again. Van Hastings was prominent in the wider channels. And it looks like it is the lock forward, Andre Pretorius, who's in a world of trouble. He's clutching his knee.
Yeah, this is never nice to see. Some quite a bit of discomfort. Although one thing I'll say with these young men, they are able to sustain the most devastating hits and injuries and often walk it off. So I'm hoping desperately that will be the case. says, put on some strapping and I'll be fine.
And of course, they've stopped the clock, but generally schoolboy rugby is 35 minutes running time. As we see that lime green tape being applied to Pretorius' knee. Well, what a famous name that is, Andre Pretorius. Played up at the Lions in South Africa. And good to see this young fellow getting up. Well, they're the coaching staff of Outeniqua. Aubrey Money in the right of your shot. Lots to ponder.
7 offside.
A lot can be said for youth. Don't think you'd see a professional player going down with such discomfort and walking it off.
He's walking with a bit of a foxtrot, is Pretorius. Right now, he has the opportunity. Outeniqua, can they find their jumpers and get Van Hastian in the boot of that drive to try and drive it over?
Well, Van Hastian takes it at the front. Defense on him holds. Mini. Ferreira. Oof, pushed back 30 centimeters out he is. Robertson decides to take contact and runs into Wilson. Gaffley. Fortain steps. Wow. That was almost something really amazing from Volshank. Interested to see the replay.
Fortain stepped off the right foot and then decided to try and put the grubber in. It was completely the wrong option. The ball got dislodged and possession has been turned over. Now they'll probably look to truck it up the midfield through the belly of the field through their inside centre, Jansen.
Play 5.
Alexander. Jansen. To Toy. Swanepoel. Van Niekerk. It's been lost. Dived upon by Van Hastian.
Well, he was out first was Van Niekerk. Some good work shown by Paarl Gimnasium, looking to express themselves and use the width of the field. However, there's a replacement now coming on for the number 4, Andre Pretorius, being replaced by number 18, and that knee's just not holding up. And it is Corne Struwig who has replaced him.
Andre Pretorius, look upon his face. And off camera he's saying to his coaching staff, but I could have played on. But his knee perhaps needing some rest. It was a skew line out.
It's always interesting to watch the reactions of the hookers and the locks if the ball is thrown in skew. The locks always blame the thrower, and the thrower always blame the lifter and the jumper. So things not going the way of the men from the Southern Cape, as the line-out throw was extremely skew on the outside shoulder of the number 8.
Side crouch.
Nokia.
Bind. Sick. Steady.
So we've seen Jim's handling in the back line working very well, and we see it once again. Bullet passes. Jacobs puts it to his left boot. Bobby Alexander was way ahead of the kicker. And now Ridge Gaffley, an opportunity for him to show his running skills. Runs laterally, eventually wrap it up. Now, Gaffley again, Robertson, Lots. Oh, that was Van Hastian. Such a big player as Van Hastian.
Offside, nummer 11.
Well, Stravino Jacobs was a mile offside.
Offside, which is number 11.
He decided to pick up the ball, but he was so far offside, he could have been wearing a black jersey. As Fortain thumps it down this far side touchline yet again.
course, the unique thing about this clash is that both schools are co-ed, so we have matches being played across both gender groups, and of course it means the singing has different pitches to it. Minnie, Robinson, Van Hasting.
Well, that's the third turnover that the captain, Dean Nibbard, has won at the breakdown. He's been outstanding as the man in the number 6 jersey. Van Hasting picked a hard line. And Nibbard just not being cleaned out in time. And because he's got such a low center of gravity, he manages to get his hands on the ball and has won his side yet another penalty as Jansen finds touch and Paarl Gim again march into that Outeniqua half. Penalty stats, well, 12 conceded from Outeniqua, far too many to the quarter from Paarl Gim, and 3 penalties.
Hanekom, Alexander, Nieuwoud. Runs onto it so quickly, does Nieuwoud. As does Siebert. Still going is Siebert. Eventually he's fouled. Nieuwoud, Wilson, good hands, Trevino Jacobs in for the second.
Well, from the line out again, it was hard running from the axis of Nieuwoud and Siebert, and then they decided to change direction.
Thanks.
Bobby Alexander found his number 8 again, Wilson, who understands time and space, and he fed Trevino Jacobs, who's got in for his brace. Good work by the 8th man again. Jacobs, the easiest of finishers, and the try tally is just climbing now. Paarl Gim 38-0. Jansen will look to add the extras. And you probably wouldn't bet against him knocking it over from this side. Had a super kick from earlier in the match from a similar position.
Jansen takes his time, doesn't quite curl it in.
Spun through the hands, too many numbers. Outeniqua contesting at the breakdown at their peril, enabling Paarl Gimnasium to have the overlap, and easy as you like, Trevino Jacobs has got in for his second.
The restart comes. It's very deep. Jacobs, the man who scored a try. Another opportunity for him. Chips it, chases, almost fields. Aubrey Mini, I believe it was, came in. Oh, still going Jim's way. Alexander. Didn't retreat back 10. Siebert. Mattia. Jansen. Wilson uses those skills.
Still playing advantage.
Siebert takes contact. This looks so dangerous. Almost goes all the way. However, lets it out. Mattia takes it himself. Should have let it out. But another opportunity for Gim. As for Nico gets wrapped up. Alexander. It's a bit. Oh, he must be almost over that line. Relentless. Oh, Paarl Gim. Alexander. Mattia. This time he's over. He does it.
Well, the dam wall is certainly broken now, and it is the pivot from the home side, Yuri Matia, who's in for another try from Gimmes. He should have let it go earlier in the piece when he had men over. However, he threw a dummy that everybody bought, and he's got in under the bar, much to the dismay of the big lock from Outeniqua, Peter Ferreira. Simple conversion now for Jansen, and this will take Gimmes up to 45 points.
Edging towards the half century is Paarl Gim.
Dummy, show and go. Van Heestian too late, and he's in under the bar. 7 tries from Gimmes this afternoon, of which 1 was a penalty try. And Outeniqua absolutely out on their feet. Can they show a bit of heart and try and get some points in this contest?
Well, Bierkus takes it well. This time not jinxed by the commentator. Alexander, Matia the try scorer. Jansen, Wilson, Totoy, Van Niekerk. And he loses it. Fortain crawls his way forward and out.
Well, that's all. What's happening from the restart is that Outeniqua are leaving men back. Paarl Gim are running the ball. It means that they've got an immediate overlap. If you leave 4 in the backfield, that means that you've only got 11 in the front line. Let's say you've got 2 in the breakdown. That leaves you with defenders that are going to be exposed on the outside. Paarl Gim have been efficient in the moving of the ball into space, especially from restarts. Outeniqua haven't really come to grasp with them and their running game, especially from that restart, and they found themselves back in their half after every single kickoff that they've made, bar the one that was dropped from Etzebeth.
Norkia, Mini, Robinson, Gaffley, through the hands. Now Otto. Still going forward is Otto. Needs support players, do Outeniqua. Mini, Robinson. Strong defense from the locks on Peter Ferreira. Worked out again, Robinson. Good passage of play for Outeniqua. Just need to move forward. Gaffley brings in the impetus. Spark of energy. And Struve makes a few more meters. Can Outeniqua get something now? Robinson inside line, flat pass. Mini, Robinson, Thorn wriggling through. Norkia comes into support. And he feeds to Ferreira, who once again needs some strong defense. It's men down on both sides. And amidst the battlefields and the injured, Skabot uses it fortuitously into space! Shrugs off the first defender. Could this be it for Outeniqua? Mini fires it out, bounces once. Brian Williams onto the field. Performed very well at the recent Craven Week. Mini, he goes to ground. Kutsia. Robinson. Oh, intercepted. The big man. Play still allowed to go. Good tackle coming in from Outeniqua. How quickly things change. Van Niekerk. A huge amount of players waiting on that right wing. Siebert runs it. Siebert inside Wilson. Nevote.
What a turnaround from Paarl Gim. 100-meter try from the home side. And the axis of 6, 7, and 8 working in tandem. A captain's try and well-deserved from Dean Nevote. Finishing touches. It was a telling break initially from Khamis, spun through the hand. Siebert ran hard, got rid of 14, flicked it into Wilson, who's been brilliant this afternoon, as has his captain and talisman in Nivot, and he's in for a real captain's try as Khamis hit 50.
Thanks, man. Baie dankie.
Well, it is Van Eden Hanekom who's cried off, and he's been replaced by number 16, Leon Kompion. And Jansen, well, 4 from 6. Will be disappointed with the one that he missed relatively close to that right-hand upright. In the shadow of the grandstand. No wind to speak of, and he'll be looking to swing it in from right to left. No, it's away to the left of the upright, and it's Dean Nevert who's managed to get in. Spun through the hands, Jansen. And Siebert's ran was a telling one as he popped it inside to Wilson, whose cricketing skills came to the fore, and he found the man in space in Nevot. And try number 8 for Khamis. As we see Alexander replaced by number 23, Heinz Strauss.
Jacobs stabs it upfield. Thorne. Opportunity for him. Oh, coming on at pace, 14. He's been a standout player for Outeniqua, certainly. Skabord, I can tell you, I think he's put on some size since earlier in the season. Looking very physical.
So wacht daar, nummer 8. Nummer 8.
Well, a conditioning coach of Outeniqua telling his troops they need to tap and go. As we see another replacement, and this time it looks like it is Gerard Ackerman in the number 20 jersey, who will make his way onto the playing field. And he is no doubt going to replace Bierkes, who's had a telling afternoon in the tight loose. In fact, it looks like he's replacing Wilson.
De 2 receivers, 3.
Wilson has had a tremendous game.
And it is Becker who is replaced by Fanny Cook in the number 18 jersey. Wilson has been a real standout for me. What I like about him, he understands space and he can put the ball into the hands of a better player who's in that position. As we see another
100%.
mistake by Outeniqua. They've been compounded one after the other, and this has resulted in them never getting into this game effectively.
Brian Wilson, who we just saw in picture, a real late bloomer, never played A-team rugby and got his first start for Outeniqua earlier this season. Went on to play Craven Week this year.
Side crouch. Boing. Sit. Steady. Steady.
So Van Niekerk has shifted to wing. It's been a turnover. Mini. Falshing.
Los 19.
Still comes out the side of Outeniqua. Robinson. Skabord. Presents it back nicely. Mini. Ferreira. Outeniqua.
Laaste voete.
Desperately hoping to get onto the score sheet. Skabord. Again. Mini. Robinson. Van Hastings.
Tackle, sis.
Mini. Robinson. Gaffley.
Los.
I'd like to see him at a disco.
Laaste voete.
Let's have some good dance moves. Ferreira.
Tackle 18.
Van Hastings. Skabord.
Tackle 6.
Gaffley. Like a Gazelle.
Laaste voete.
Oh, Minnie, he lost it.
Oh, Gaffney is built
Knock
like a whippet. Dances around. He always keeps defenders busy. Is there more bodies that are strewn all over this playing field? It's been tremendously physical. And we see Gaffney again. The step inside, outside. Good tackle coming in from Toy. And then the elementary error from Minnie, just taking his eye off the ball. As we see another replacement, it is Maria who's made way for Nebat, who's been simply sublime this afternoon. The captain, he's led from the front, put his marker down, and he's certainly in contention for a man of the match berth.
Big push from Outeniqua. Nico gives it back to Mati.
Speel nou.
Nice take from Herschel Otto. Runs into two defenders. Van Hasten
Uit 16.
helps at the breakdown. Minnie works out to Nokia.
Los nou, los nou, los nou, los.
Robertson. Gaffley again. Oh, Michael Jackson, eat your heart out. Lets it out, go in the tackle as well.
Speel.
Turned over. Oh, isn't that heartbreaking for Outeniqua? As Jim relentlessly pushing forward. Now Siebert gives it out to Swanepoel. The pace is just too good. Tian Swanepoel, and that is the hat-trick.
Oh, brilliant finishing by Tian Swanepoel. He shot a clean pair of heels down that grandstand touchline. From turnover ball yet again, another telling break from the diminutive left wing Ridge Gaffley. Turnover ball spun through the hands. Siebert's found his fullback in Swanepoel. He had enough pace and savvy to change the ball in his hands. Got rid of the desperate attentions of Nokia as he gets in for his hat-trick try. And what an afternoon for the man in the number 15 jersey.
Kick is good.
Well, Gaffney made a telling break. Nobody there to mop up the ball that spat out the side. Good work from Toy. Fed Sieberts, he found the man in space, and then look at the work from Swanepoel. He skinned Nokia, and he's in for his third try of the afternoon. A red letter day for the fullback.
Ja, 4. Terug 16.
5 minutes left of this match. What a take! Otto.
Laaste voete. Tackle nou, tackle.
Minnie. Robertson. Scoreboard.
Tackle. Los.
And thus far impenetrable. Jim defense. Moves forward, comes up, and shrugs back Nokia.
Hij terug 12.
Robertson, oh. Strubeck. Minnie sees the gap, charges. Someone else will have to come in and scrum off. That didn't arrive, it's been ripped out. And a lot can be said for the spirit of Outeniqua. Still looking for points, still hunting the try.
11.
Well, just another error from, this time, surprisingly, Paarl Gim, as Outeniqua haven't thrown in the towel, and they'll still hope amongst hope that they'll get over for a try of their own, as we see the replacement spilling the pass as the sands of time begin to tick away. Well, box tick for Paarl Gim. They'll be delighted with their performance this afternoon as they enter the final 2 weeks of their season, of course, culminating with that big derby game against Paarl Boys in 2 weeks' time.
Kom ons, nummer 10, kom ons bly 50 van die bal uit is. So, crouch. Bind. Sit, steady. Bly aan.
Could this be Outeniqua's moment? Minnie, Fortain,
Tackle 14.
still want it.
Bly 15.
Good spirit from the men from George. Van Hasting now. Joseph, a singer. Minnie works it blind. Could this be it?
Tackle.
Williams, Ferreira.
Tackle.
He's not been shy of contact as Ferreira. Gaffney, let's see, does he have some dancing? No, he works it out. Skabort decides the bus is full.
Terug.
Yeah, one suspects they're going to take it quickly. Minnie taps it, puts his head down, ran into a wall. Jim was not just going to give up the points as easily as that. And I can tell you off camera, there is a CU, I think the collective noun is a hospital of medics on the field. A lot of players down. And I think Ferreira's face says it all. This young man in a bit of trouble. Well, of course, this is testament to physicality of the match, and I really have been impressed by Outeniqua, how they haven't died. They're still hunting the try. 2 minutes left of this match. We are going to have to see the stretcher coming on. And that is the game. All Paarl Gym. Brave spirit from Outeniqua, but just too much, too good, too fast and too strong were Paarl Gym. They beat Outeniqua 57 points to 0.